the GOAT debate. I'm Drew Brophy, it's my co-host.
And I'm Paul Quattro.
And today we're debating who's better, Messi or Ronaldo. So I'm defending Messi. The main reason I think he's the GOAT is he has the edge over Ronaldo with both his stats and his accolades, both team and just individual player. He has a lot more assists, and he has almost as many goals, as well as many team accomplishments and many like Ballon d'Ors, which are just an individual like MVP. So he has the edge over Ronaldo in all those different ways. I don't know how you can argue that Ronaldo's better.
Well, you said like the Ballon d'Or and individual MVPs, but Ronaldo does have more goals, so his stats are a little bit more up there. And you said kind of his teams. Like Ronaldo's had to switch teams his whole career from Real Madrid to Juventus and stuff, and he's had to adapt to those teams. It's the other way around for Messi. It's kind of the teams adapting to him because he's been on the same teams for so long. And when Ronaldo switches teams, they're not going to adapt around one player, you know. But Messi's been on that team his whole career, and they know that he's one of the best, so they are going to adapt around him.
Yeah, but you just said that Ronaldo has more goals, but Messi has almost double the amount of assists and only like a little bit less goals. So I think when you're picking a player, like you'd much rather have Messi in that situation because the offensive output he generates is much more than Ronaldo when it comes to just team goals because he gets both assists and goals, which that too, but that also makes him harder to guard. You know, you can't just like look at him as a goal scorer. You have to look at him as a goal scorer and a person who's able to pass. So that's just multiple different aspects about him that you have to defend. Whereas Ronaldo, you can really just treat him like a goal scorer because he's not going to find his teammates and help them score. He's going to mainly focus on himself trying to score. But Messi, you have to account for the whole team because you know he can get other people goals too.
Oh yeah, that's kind of just different play styles though. You know, Ronaldo's definitely more of an aggressive goal scoring player. And yeah, he still has a lot of assists though, so it's not like he's not a team player and he just focuses on himself, you know? So you can't just say that he's like, just because he has less assists than Messi means the team isn't, you know, for him. And it's also when the team's centered around Messi, they have, you know, more strategies and stuff involving him. Not necessarily he has to score all the time, but that he can help others score too.
I mean, yeah, if you're the best player on the team, like by far, then the team's going to center around you. I feel like many teams did the same thing with Ronaldo when he went to Man City and Real Madrid and Juventus. Like even though he was kind of a newer player there, he went in. He transitioned into the system, and they kind of tried to build around him because he's one of the best players in the world. So I think they both have that going for them, where the team tries to build around them just because they're both great players. But I feel like whenever you build a team around Messi, he was able to consistently get it done because he's proven he has more team accolades. He has about 4 UCLs, I think. He has many like individual accolades, so he gets it done anywhere. So.
Well, Ronaldo has one more UCL, but he was on different teams too. Like he wasn't.
I feel like many of these UCLs are just attributed to the 2017 Real Madrid team because that was one of the best teams ever because the Real Madrid just spent a ton of money just getting superstars from all around. That's where a lot of Ronaldo's UCLs come from. I feel like if Messi were to play on that type of team, he would have much more UCLs than Ronaldo.
Yeah, but it's not saying FC Barcelona was a bad team. Like, you know, Ronaldo probably still could have done the same thing on that team. That, you know, his 4 UCLs, Ronaldo probably could have gotten those 4 also.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to transition over to the overall cultural aspect of the two players have on the world. I think Messi's is greater because although Ronaldo might be like more popular when it comes to social media and stuff like that, I think Messi's like play style has been modeled all over the world with younger players trying to play like him because he's one of the greatest dribblers of all time, and that's something that like young players today really try to go after. That you don't have to always be playing like super quick and stuff. You can also just dribble around. You know, and I think lots of young players just all over the world view that. They think that's special, and they try to model themselves after that. I think that in itself of players trying to model their game after him is much more important than just social popularity.
Well, it's not that Ronaldo's less popular. I mean, he does have more followers on social media that you said, but you know that's not really a big accomplishment because he focuses on it more than Messi. But you said they try to copy his play style. I don't think people don't try to copy Ronaldo's and copy Messi
I
more.
don't think they do because Ronaldo's is mainly just a goal scoring play style.
Well, yeah, I know
So,
people.
that's not necessarily copying Ronaldo. That's just how a lot of people are trying to play. But when you see people constantly trying to dribble and be flashy with the ball, I think that comes from Messi's consistent play of doing that over 15, 20 years in pro soccer.
Well, yeah, that's the same with Ronaldo. Like every time, Ronaldo's scoring the goals always, you know, and that's kind of what you want to do in a game. Like if you go out and play a soccer game, your goal is pretty much if you're playing like a striker or something.
Yeah,
you want to score the goal, you know. It's not I want to show them I can dribble, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's okay, but nobody models their game after Ronaldo in that aspect. So just to wrap it up, as a closing argument more, I think Messi's the GOAT just because of both stats, just goal scoring output. I think is much greater for Messi, as well as team accolades and individual accomplishments. He's proven that he doesn't just need the perfect team, the perfect system. He can win individual accolades because he's a great player. But then he can also pair him up with a team because he gets his team assists, and he's proven that his team can win big tournaments, as he showed with Argentina in the World Cup and the 4 he shows with Barcelona.
Yeah, I think closing statement for me that Ronaldo's the GOAT. He's had these pretty much the same accolades as Messi, you know, one more UCL, even more goals than Messi, and he's had to switch around on those teams versus Messi's just stayed centered his whole life around one team, basically.
All right, I guess we just disagree.